Hey, it's Daryl at a 10-foot truck, good attitudes, hauling and junk removal. Yeah, I just got done with another tire delivery, and they're just quick. I mean, it's like you drive up to the warehouse is probably, maybe 15, I don't even know, it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's really close to where I live, so anytime I'm just, as soon as I see those on the Roadie app, I just hit it because I know it's going to be, they're going to tip. Today the guy tipped me, they tipped me $20. They usually tip $10 per delivery, but this round they tipped me 20. I guess they really needed it out there, so I'm always happy to do that. It's the second one this week. Seems to me, because I just started doing that app, and the first time I ever used that Roadie app, I did a Home Depot, and that was a little bit far out of my range. I just wanted to try it out, but the customer was really nice. I think I got a pretty decent tip, and I got to see an area that I'd never been to before, so it gave me a new perspective on the area that I live in, and it's a beautiful area, so that was nice. And then what else was it about? Well, no, it was after that I tried to pick up another delivery, which is smaller. It was like just a small, load in the car, and that kind of canceled on me. So then I got the tire deliveries, and those are always at least the first one was like $55. So, and it was only going like maybe not even 10 miles. So, and you don't have to do any. They just throw the tires in the back. So, and then the guy usually unloads it for you. So there's no labor involved. It's not a lot of time. You just drive. You just basically drive. It's kind of like Uber. It's like or not Uber. It's like Uber Eats. You go pick up the food and you go drive. But with this, it's much faster than Uber Eats, because I do Uber Eats too for food. And usually you have to go in the restaurant. You got to wait, and then you got to go and find the damn. Like if you're going to delivering to apartments and stuff like that, it can be a very big challenge. It can be a challenge finding an apartment, especially or house, since you've never been there. But when you're doing something like this, where you're doing a tire delivery from a warehouse to a business, usually to a gas station or to a tire shop or a mechanic shop, it's pretty easy to find that. You can't really get lost on those. Those are real easy to drive, and so the mileage on those isn't a lot. Usually they're close. They're pretty quick. The most maybe you're going to go half an hour out to where you have to drop it off. So I try to pick up those, and so far I've gotten at least 2 a week, I think, since I started doing those, and I'm going to continue to do those, because here it is with Roadie. I don't know if anyone's ever used that app here it's watching the video, but it's one of those apps that you have to, if you're going to pick up a delivery, you should be pretty close to where you're going to pick it up, and the destination, usually you want to be going that direction. So the most ideal way to use that app would be like, say I was going to do a junk removal in a certain part of a large town. Well, I could pick up those tires because it's not that far from where I live, and if it's going the right direction, I could take that, drop the tires off, then go to the junk removal, or maybe say it's an estimate or some other kind of job. So not only have you paid for your gas, but you've also got money in your pocket, because you're paying, you're getting way more than what your gas money is. In that case, I was getting $2 a mile. I think that maybe the gas maybe a couple bucks or whatever. So you're making money on top of that. Plus, you're getting to your location to go do, say, a junk removal job or delivery job. So you always want to pay attention. So I recommend it to anyone who has the time. Like, right, for me, I have to, because I'm not really that busy as a service provider in this area, because I've just started. So I have to kind of pick out apps and do different types of work, and I like doing these independent kind of contractor type of jobs. But I would recommend anyone, because you don't have to do. You could do one job, whatever job. You don't have to. You're not obligated to doing a certain amount of jobs, or you're not obligated to do a schedule. You'll see that there's a pickup or a delivery in a location, and you go, oh, I'm going that direction anyway. Pick it up if you can fit it in your truck or your car. I mean, some you just have to put it in your car, but I try to do it with a truck, because I'm trying to get I want to go to a place where I can maybe get a job with a truck, and I'm trying to advertise also. My truck has my information on it, so anytime I go anywhere, I'm advertising. Not only am I doing delivery, I'm also advertising my business. It's a billboard. So you can see, let me see if you can see. I'll show you. I'm gonna go out here. I guess I've never really showed you my truck, or at least I showed you the inside of it. This is a cab right here. Very simple cab. Kind of messy. I got my tools and all that, but it's just your basic GMC cab. And then it's a very small box truck. See, as you can see behind me. Let me see if I can turn it around, because how do I turn around? Why is it not turning around? Anyway, that's the truck. I don't know why I can't seem to turn my. Am I looking at it right? I don't know. But there, maybe you might be able to see it, because I can't really see when I'm looking this way. But there's the sign that I have on the truck. And then as you go around, see how short it's a little 10-foot truck. And then the backside is so you'll see how it has my number. Now I'm going to be changing that number because that's not my locale anymore. Eventually I'm going to change it to a 1-800. But for now, that's what I got from my old city when I was doing deliveries in Portland. And see, it's just it's got a nice tow package. See that right there, and then it's got the plug-in. You could tow quite a bit of weight with that. It's at least 6,000 pounds. And here's the other side. See, I have the other side. Let me hope you can see it there, and then there's the front of the truck. And of course, I got to paint the front. It's getting chipped up, and there it is. So I showed you the inside last time. Maybe next time I'll show it's locked up. I don't want to get messing around with the keys and all that. So anyway, that's the truck. So see how it has. I don't really have a name on it. It just has the pickup, delivery, removals. I just have my website on there because I haven't really figured out. I think I'm definitely gonna change that number, because it kind of, people don't, they see that number like that's Portland number, so it doesn't, maybe they think I'm from out of town. Some people have asked me that, so I'd like to get a 1-800 or something like that, so it just generalizes, or get a local number for the area. And then I'm gonna put the number below, and on top I'm gonna put Good Attitudes. And here's what I came up with. I'm gonna put Good Attitudes Services, because I always like that name. But this is a 10-foot truck, so obviously it makes sense. This is a 10-foot truck. So that's why I have the 10foottruck.com. But when I get other vehicles, I want to have Good Attitude Services and the other vehicles below that underneath Good Attitude Services. So it'd be Good Attitude Services 10-foot truck, which is deliveries and pickups. And then I'll have the van, Good Attitude Services, which is hauling and junk removal. And then I might have Good Attitude Services moving, if I get, I don't know if I'm gonna get into moving, but you know what I mean. It's like, it makes a Good Attitude Services. That's like, could be cleaning, it could be picking up, it could be junk removal, and then explain on the truck what it is. Like on here, obviously if I had Good Attitude Services on the seat, on the side, underneath it would be pickups, deliveries, and removals. And on the van, it's gonna be Good Attitude Service, and I think it's gonna be exclusively junk removal and stuff. And I'll have like little things like stores, clean outs, residential clean outs, that kind of thing. So, but anyway, when I was back to rambling off on another subject, what I was saying on the roadie, I always pay attention to the map and I look, because if I happen to be doing a job that day, or even if I want to go out and meet realtors in a certain area or do some flyering, I always want to get my fuel covered, because gas is so expensive. You know, you're looking at almost $4. Well, it's like $3.60 to $3.80 depending on the area around here. And there's a B or something. And so anyway, it's just it's great, because you can get your gas and you get a little money going. If you're doing things like, say, passing out flyers and marketing, you're not getting paid that day. But if you get a roadie and going into an area where you want to market, and you can make $40, $50, whatever it is, depending on, sometimes it's a little less, but you can you can make your gas money at least. And like the tire deliveries, they're always going to pay, like the guy always tips, or at least the warehouse manager or whoever's in charge, because that's very expensive freight. Tires are extremely expensive. So when they make the sale, if they can get those tires to their buyer in a prompt, timely manner, they're going to keep that customer happy. So I can see why they put a little extra tip on the person that's driving it. So I'm always willing to, if I could do those every day, I would do them, because they're real easy and they're just right there. And of course they go to all the shops. They distribute to all the shops in this entire area. I've been all over. I've been up north, I've been Idaho, I've been right next to here, been on the other side of Spokane. So that's a great tool for just having, paying for your trips and also getting a little extra. So that's what the video is about anyway. Kind of, and some of the roadies, you can use your car. So if you're going to take your car out and go marketing, you can get little deliveries, like you can get some pharmaceutical deliveries, you can get Home Depot. I've heard in some areas like Best Buy, and I'm lucky here that there's a tire distribution center, because that's the best paid one. It's right here. And then I think they've done Walmart. I don't really like doing deliveries for groceries. I've done Instacart, I've done Ship. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but I really don't like grocery shopping or doing anything like that. So I want to do freight type of stuff, either furniture, boxes, construction material, that kind of thing. And then of course the junk removal, I'm always looking for those. That's something I'm still looking for. And this weekend, I think tomorrow, if I don't get any work. And then I got a call today, and it was just like, I'm putting up ads, and I get these calls, and they're like, they're on a budget, and I really can't afford to. I like to help people out, but I really can't afford to go do these budget jobs anymore, because the truck's expensive to pay for. The tires, I got to do an oil change. You got to think about it. You got to do all your maintenance, your gas. The gas is going up. I need to fix my windshield, see the crack. I got to fix that. I got to get new windshield wipers. I need an oil change. I had a tune-up on this thing just not too long ago. Well, it's been a while now, but it's running really good. I've had all the shocks and the tie rods all replaced. I've had the transmission replaced, so it's a pretty decent transmission, and the motor is pretty good. So I've had the spark plugs replaced, tune up, and the battery's new. So, and the tires are new. But anyway, hopefully I'm looking here right now as we speak. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a tablet. I'm trying to get my old tablet and get another line, and I'm going to be watching these maps on these apps while I'm sitting in parking lots, so that if I see something where I go grab it, make a little money, go to a different area, advertise, with my phone number and all that around. Like right now I'm in a mall parking lot. The malls are great. When I was in the area that I have the number, and I was in the Portland area, I would get calls off the truck. Here I haven't. I think the reason why, my theory is that they think that I'm coming from out of town, which I am, but they think that I don't live here, so they're not going to call me. So I think it's imperative to get that number, get that covered, and put a new. And I found a company that you can buy these. You can pay like whatever small amount of money for like a 1-800 number, and since I'll be going into. I'm going to be marketing all the way into Idaho, northern Idaho, and eastern Washington, and all this area. So, that's about it. I think it's a beautiful day today, so I'm just going to hang out here for a bit and then go home and get something to eat. But it's, I'm enjoying these last days of nice weather, as you can see. And actually we're having kind of a warm period here. This weekend's going to be like 80 degrees, which that's not normal for here. Usually in the end of September, usually it just gets really cold, and then October is fairly cold, but it doesn't rain. It's just kind of cold, and it starts raining in November, but and then snow in December. So I got to enjoy these days while it's completely clear outside. There's not a cloud to be seen. So really hoping to get something this weekend, a big job, either junk removal or delivery, or maybe even a small little move or something that's going to give me like $500 or something, where I'm not just doing these little deliveries. I'm grateful for them, but I want to start getting back into the big jobs and big money like we all want, right? All right, well, I guess I'll be doing another video tomorrow. I don't know. I like to do one a day, just to keep. I think it's important to keep that algorithm, get my name out there. In fact, I probably should do like one that advertises the business and then show everything, and then put that up on my. I have a Facebook ad, and I still haven't figured out how to do Google Business. I've done it. I know it's there, but I just can't seem to access it. And because I've gotten calls off that. Usually it's funny because I get calls from like a completely different part of the country. I don't know how they find it, and they think I'm like a big company operating in every city, which I'm not. I'm like, I live over here. So I got those kind of calls before. So you get some that are outside of your local area. Well, that's about it. 10-foot truck, good attitudes. Have a good attitude in whatever you do, and whatever job or occupation. Have a good good attitude. That's why I like the name Good Attitude. See you later.